So here we have your typical fuel tank that you'll see on a refrigerated trailer, and it's going to have, in many cases, a float gauge. Like this one is between 1/2 and 3/4 full. There's your filler, and you'll see that you have a vent assembly, which is centered on the screen, as well as a return and a pickup, and a place for an ultrasonic fuel level sensor. Now, when you do your inspection, you should always inspect the condition of the brackets and the straps. Make sure that the bolts holding the tank on are snug, that the tank's not moving, and check for rust. Like this is getting pretty dang rusty, and if it looks like that's gonna break or come loose, that's something you want to write up. Once you've inspected all that, the next thing is we're going to go through and drain this tank. And in the tank at the bottom there is a sump, and if you look at the bottom of the sump, there is a small bolt and a larger bolt. Now in most cases you can take that smaller bolt, which is about a 7/16, and you can drop that, and then there's a check ball inside there that you have to push up with a screwdriver, and your goal is to drain any water and sludge off the bottom of the tank. If it builds up too much, you'll draw water and sludge into the fuel filter, and you'll have a mess. So the next series of shots is going to be me taking that small plug out, pushing up on the check ball, and looking at the fuel that we drain out to make sure whether or not it's any sludge or water in it. Go. All right, so I'm taking out that drain plug, the small one you saw on the earlier shot, and I'm gloved up, and let's see how much sludge there is. So notice this sucker came out dry. That means there's a significant amount of sludge, so I'm going to go get a screwdriver and I'm going to push up on that check ball. There we go, pushed up on it, and it looks like pure fuel. I'm not seeing any water, so I'll just wipe that off, put the plug back in and tighten it up. Now, there are times when there's a lot of sludge in them that you might have to push like the dickens just to push the check ball up and out of the way to drain it, and that can be an issue. I've also had situations where the whole assembly is stuck, and then you got to take the big 7/8 inch plug assembly out and clean the bottom of the tank, as well as just get rid of sludge. For those of you that live in hot climates year-round, Florida, Southern California, you may also get algae growth in your fuel. In that case, if you start getting mats of black crap through the bigger plug, that means you probably want to get that whole tank steam cleaned out and get rid of all of that sludge and before you put that tank in service. And that should be it, Greg.